say sometime that a bit of a traumatic trip can have an effect on you, but I have to say that yeah, I feel alright. I can't say that any of the condenser issues have fazed me at all. I feel fine. So my skid lid is the Agrius RAF, and what it's got, obviously it's got the normal clear visor that comes down, but then integrally you flick this switch and it's got the tinted visor that come down, and this screw inside here had come loose, meaning this catch wasn't working, and basically the tinted visor was stuck down the whole time. Now obviously when you're riding along at sort of 4 o'clock in the morning and it's pitch black, you don't want the tinted visor stuck down. So that was issue number one. I'll show you what it looks like from inside as well. And that's the view I had at night. So you can imagine the difference between that and that. So you remember the first issue I had was the foot peg came loose, and when you push down on this it was pushing the brake pedal down. Got home. There's movement back in it again. So I need to take this off. I think we need to put a washer or something on here so that when we tighten it up it stays. I'm also going to do this split pin. I'm going to drop the split pin out and turn it over the other way, otherwise that's going to just fall out. Right, I can actually show you what was happening on my trip. So I'm just going to put my foot on the foot peg now, watch the brake lever. See? That's what was happening. So all the time I was riding along I had the back brake on. So this was my tool bag that I took with me, which was a carrier bag full of tools. I then had to put another carrier bag inside this one because the tools ripped all the carrier bag. So I've invested in a proper canvas tool bag, which I've got coming from Temu, which hopefully in the next clip you should see. Because I do take quite a few tools with me. I'll do a breakdown at some point of what's in the tool bag to give you some ideas as to what to pack if you're unsure. Right, so here's the tool bag that I got. It wasn't expensive, it was £3.50. The tool bag rolls in at 31 centimetres, which is just over a foot, in width, by 20 centimetres high, which is 8 inches. And obviously it's a circular tool bag with a zip on it as well. It's quite thick canvas material, and I went for one of these because I had a square one of these many years ago and it did last me quite a while on the bike. So obviously I can get all my tools in there. It's like a little tool roll basically, and that was a massive sum of £3.50 off of Temu, and that included delivery. So that should allow me to get all my tools in, and that should fit nicely in the top one. So you may recall part of the trip I sort of pulled into the emergency lay-by and the top box was open. Luckily I didn't lose anything, but it must have been close to losing some stuff. So let me just show you what I've gone out and brought for next. So what I've brought is a massive luggage strap that's going to go all the way around the top box, and it can just clip and unclip to hold the thing shut. If it comes open it won't go anywhere because it's going to be extremely secure. Next, you may recall I had a problem with the kickstart where I couldn't get it out, and in the lay-by just after the breakdown it was a bit stiff. So what I recommend you do before you go anywhere is put some oil on your kickstart twisty shaft, and also check this bolt to make sure that your kickstart's not about to fall off, because mine was practically coming off. But I had to go in the garage where the little coffee and tea section was and get a little wooden stirrer you use to stir your coffee or tea with, dip it in my 2-stroke oil and oil this up. I mean, it's beautiful now, but I didn't do that before I went, so I would highly recommend, if you're doing any trips, to oil your kickstart shaft just to make sure it's okay. I've never had an issue like that before with the shaft, but yeah, first time for everything. Let's talk about my favourite subject, condensers. So this was one that we had go on the way up. The very first one that went in the lay-by that I changed out. So that's crap. This is another one. Crap. And then we come to the saviour of the day. So in my small spares pot now, I will have 3 more brand new condensers, and then in here we've got the 50-year-old part that got me home. We owe so much to this pit. I mean, for that to perform and be practically 50 years old is amazing. So that is still good to this day, and that's, yeah, that's testament to the manufacturing of that part. So that's still going in there as a backup, but it is the backup of backups. I could fit that next time and it break down, but I've now got 3 brand new condensers. This is a Kawasaki triples one, and then I've tried a couple of Tormax ones. However, looking at that, they look very similar to that, which is Japanese crap. Although these are made by a different company, so hopefully they're right. And Tormax stuff is generally quite good, so we'll try those. But yeah, hopefully we should be all right. So they'll all be going back into the small spares spot. I can get them all in. Might have to get a bigger pot ready for the next trip. But yeah, God, that was condenser hell. So the moral of this story is, do not buy cheap Chinese condensers. Buy some from either Kawasaki triple parts or potentially Tormax. I will do an update in the future on the Tormax part, but the Kawasaki triple ones definitely work. They're £18 each. I've done over 1,000 miles, or getting close to 1,000 miles on one. So yeah, still going strong.